Hi, and welcome to Rock Studios. I'm Ted Stockberger. I'm the Global Director in EV and Battery. With me today is Curtis Collar, the Chief Operations Officer of Nanotech Energy. Curtis, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Kurt Collar. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Nanotech. I've been with Nanotech for about 3 years now. Nanotech is a battery startup, and for that matter, we're one of the most advanced battery startups in America. We got our start commercializing graphene, true single layer graphene, which is very important. What that gives us is it gives us an additive in the battery that improves energy density, it improves cycle life, it makes the batteries perform better, and it gives us a competitive edge versus the industry. Now, when I say we're the most advanced, I mean that because we have a 200 megawatt hour facility built in the States today. We have state-of-the-art R&D, an R&D lab built in the United States where we can iterate a different battery cell every day. The uniqueness of Nanotech is really in not just the graphene alone anymore, it's in our capability to develop and our capability to really create an American powerhouse when it comes to developing and commercializing new cells, new battery products in the market.
Excellent. You know, Kurt, in anticipation of our conversation, I was up looking at your web, and you say infinitely safer, smarter, longer lasting, and American made. How important was that American made aspect? I know that you've had that as a guiding principle from the beginning. What's your thinking behind that?
Yeah, that vision comes all the way down from our board. It's our board, it's myself, throughout the whole company. We're not just here to pitch the next best battery technology and be another battery tech company. We're trying to really enable the holistic development of a true battery company in the States where technology can stay in the States. And making sure we're including other American companies in that and helping them come along our path with us. We developed all of our capabilities today to commercialize our graphene. Our graphene's commercial, we know how to use it. We can now leverage those resources to help other companies. And the real benefit is that American made. We can develop in America, we can create new technologies in America, and we can keep it in America. And for us, and I think for this whole nation, that is something that is often devalued because it's harder to do. It's more expensive to do. And it's not the traditional way of a capitalistic society where you want to get the lowest cost possible. But what we see it as necessary to give America a fighting chance at having a real battery company that can compete globally.
Excellent. And we appreciate that as well, being an American company. So, Curtis, look, we've been in this battery space together for a number of years. We're seeing gigafactories pop up, lots of greenfields, different things going on with the big automotive OEMs and partnerships. Scaling is difficult and complicated. And I wonder if you could share with our viewers what's Nanotech's biggest concerns and how do you intend to mitigate those as you scale up to the gigafactory size?
Yeah. So that's a really good open, broad question because there has been a lot of battery startups in trying to scale that have failed. And it's really hurt this industry.
Yeah.
It's hurt a lot of the startups because how can investors invest when their hand gets burned every time they try, right? And we need investment for this industry to work. It's a very capital intense industry. So at Nanotech, we didn't take the big leap and build a gigafactory. We took the small step and built the megawatt hour factory. And why that's important is because it allows us to train the resources, train the people, get the systems in place, get the processes in place that work for an American company. If you look at how other companies, Panasonic or LG, have brought factories to America, they've done so with a lot of expats. people coming over to teach and train, teach and train, teach and train. At Nanotech, the people are the most important thing to make this possible. We have to get the rigor, we have to get the practice. Making batteries is hard. We have to be consistent. We can't mess one step up. It's an 8-step process, and nothing can go wrong, because you don't find out until 2 weeks after that batch is done. You can be making bad batteries for a month before you find out. It's important that we train that into the people, that we learn how to build batteries, we learn how to make batteries. And we do that by partnering with Korean companies. We have Korean technical experts like Panasonic did, like the others did. They come in and they work with us. They work with our team. They train our team. Because that ultimately is going to be the resource that allows us to go from megawatt scale to gigawatt scale successfully. It's going to be our people and our partnerships.
Yeah, Kurt, you're right. People are key. And there's going to be a high demand to get more people as these factories come online. So it's going to be a shared problem across the industry. Kurt, I'm going to bring it back. Early on in our relationship, your company realized and worked closely with Rockwell to put in some digital tools. We put in an MES, we put in a QMS, a quality management system. I'd be interested to hear, what was the driver for you to want that at this stage in your development? And also, if you could comment, how has that helped? Has that worked out, and have you successfully achieved what you anticipated you wanted out of that?
Yeah, that system, we decided we needed it because, as I mentioned, rigor is key in making batteries. There's many processes and nothing can go wrong, and everything needs to work together. There has to be a flow. And the QMS and the EMS system work really well, MES system, apologize. They work really well to help guide our people and guide our process, make sure the protocols are being followed to a T. The product is getting checked every step of the way to minimize our bad product. And I'll tell you right now, the best thing about that process is it has kept our team diligently understanding every detail, because you have to build it out in the system before you can put it to practice. And once we put it into practice, what we've realized is we've actually already been able to hit 90% yields.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Better operational performance, better quality,
better operational, better quality, and better consistency, and a better mentality with the team, right? Because we're doing this from the start. We're not coming in with a half put together process and trying to retrofit it. We decided we'd do it from the start the right way, so that every time we design a new cell and take it into manufacturing, everything has to be set up in the system first. And we've done it once, and we got faster to the second time, and now we're on to our third cell.
Okay.
That we're working on scaling now.
Excellent. I'm going to ask, I think I know the answer, but as you scale up to the Gigafactory, you plan to use these digital tools in the new factory as well?
Oh, absolutely. You know, what I thought was really cool is over here at the show, right behind us is one of our machines that we gave to Rockwell, and we had them put their interface on it, and their software and their PLCs and their equipment.
I've seen the machine. I know what you're talking about.
And what's great about that thing is it will interface with my MES and my QMS system. So we will be able to get real life data. My inline processing will interface with the Rockwell system, and everything will work together. So if there's an issue, you know, and something is flagged or is brought up, we're going to know immediately. The computer will know. The system can be then alerted, or it can be automatically changed to fix the issue, because it's already being caught, because the systems are working together and talking together. And what I got really excited about is one of our partners, Lyric. I saw their equipment has the Rockwell system already.
It does. Yeah.
So Lyric is one of the companies we've been looking at for our equipment, for a gigafactory, for energy storage cells. And knowing that that's going to come and be able to integrate with our systems, I mean, I can only imagine the benefit as we get going.
So the digital truly enhances and enables your production goals.
Yeah, and we haven't even started to mine the data yet.
Yeah.
Right. Once we start getting all the digital data that comes through, we're going to be able to mine that, optimize, improve, and really get down to those fine details, which makes a perfect battery. which again, batteries is all about details. Data gives us a chance to, the data will give us a chance to really optimize that performance.
Look, I want to finish with this, Curtis. I'm going to ask you to pull out your crystal ball. I want that electric vehicle that'll go 1,000 miles. When I recharge it, I want to recharge it in 8 to 10 minutes, about the time for a fuel stop. And I'd also like that vehicle to be affordable. When am I going to have that?
You know, that's a hard question.
It is.
But
companies like you will make that possible.
Development is coming quick, right? And I think that there's other issues we also are going to encounter along the way. I think your 1,000-mile range, it's possible today. Now, can we deploy that in the car? No, there's other issues we have to solve, like safety. You put that much energy in a tight space, we need to engineer safety systems around it. We have to engineer safety systems into those battery cells so that we know that if there's an event, the fire can either be put out or that cell, you know, the cells themselves will not harm people, will not burn on the side of the road for a day, right? There's a lot of issues that will need to get mitigated as we go to 1,000. And the charge rate is what everybody wants in cold temperature. These are all things that are getting solved. We have cells already that can do -60.
I can see it in little bits and spots where this technology is coming together. I don't think it's out there as far as we might think.
No, and really what Nanotech has tried to do with this facility, we've opened our doors to all other battery companies that want to come and work with us. New battery technologies, new battery materials, new battery constructions. Because what we built is a way to go from R&D to production in a scale that's not overbearing for a startup, but it's representative and it's demonstration to the market that, hey, we can make batteries that do these things, right? So we have a battery cell that can operate at -60. So in Michigan, where I live, when it's cold, I don't lose 30% of my energy capacity or my distance, right? So we've already got it. We've got cells that we can put a nail through. There's no fire. We've already proven it. We can do it. And these are the things that are hard to commercialize in today's current environment. Today, you're working with companies that have massive lines, and they are engineered to be as cheap as possible and as high as volume as possible. But we're missing that proving grounds. And that's what Nanotech wants to be. Right now, our next stage in our evolution is the proving grounds for the new technologies. We can bring you low temperature. We can bring you safety. We can bring you fast charging, fast discharging. We can bring you all sorts of things.
That's awesome.
And that's really the focus of opening doors and starting to bring this technology into America, keep it in America, build it in America.
And we look forward to being a part of that and supporting you.
You guys have been a great partner.
Curtis, it's always good to spend time with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
You too. Thank you, sir.